piger og hvordan nu ellers er derude. Velkommen til Er du blind, dommer? Podcasten, hvor at vi dykker ind i manden bag fløjten, damen bag fløjten, hvem der endnu er bag fløjten. Det er altså, hvor vi går ind og kigger på, hvorfor er vedkommende blevet dommer. Og den her episode er den første af slagsen. Det er jeg rigtig glad for, at endelig kan få lov til at komme i gang med. Dagens episode kommer til at foregå på engelsk, i det at vi sidder i Spanien til dagen før en turnering, hvor jeg skal ned dømme sammen med nogle andre gode dommerkollegaer. Og sammen med mig har jeg simpelthen Chief Referee from Spain, Mateo. Welcome to.
Thank you for having me.
So, just so everybody else knows from who isn't Danish, we do this because we want to get to know the man behind the referee shirt. We want to learn them, why do they sit them in the position of being a referee while they could be a coach, example.
Yeah.
So, why did you become a referee?
Yeah. Well, I think it all started with my relationship with with hockey. I used to play a bit of ice hockey and roller hockey. And then it was actually kind of a coincidence since my dad got in touch with the sport by accident, thinking that he was doing a coach course, and it was actually a referee course. And he became a referee. Then, yeah, commitment gets you somewhere. So he got better, and then he asked me when I was old enough, about 16, if I wanted to do the course that he was now doing. I mean, teaching. And I don't know, those moments in life when you say, I'm 16, I have nothing to do.
And then you become a referee.
Yeah, and I said yes, and I became a referee. And so at first, not really bashing or anything, just free weekend that I had, and those were my first steps.
So you started in Powerchair Hockey.
Yeah.
And just so to be clear, I am also a Powerchair Hockey referee. I'm new to the sport, still learning. Mateo, you are the newest member, as I know, of the international referees.
Yes.
He actually got the license at the same tournament we were at.
Yes, I did.
We were in Italy, and after the tournament and everybody have gotten their awards and everything, there was a message from the chief referee of International Powerchair Hockey. He said that you passed your course, and you now were an licensed international referee. How was that moment for you?
Well, it was a great moment, actually. I prepared for that. I was preparing for that for quite some time. Actually, from basically 4 years ago, when I was at the World Championships watching the sport. Once I was already a bit more into it, and I thought, now I want to do this. And I thought, okay, I have 4 years. Is that enough time? I don't know, but let's try our hardest. And so that's what I tried to do. Going abroad, doing several courses. I mean, myself giving those as a teacher, and reading the rules, watching games and everything. So it's a great feeling when you achieve something, long-term goal, right?
Yeah.
So it was actually, that great feeling of waiting for something and finally achieving it.
Yeah. You were part of the Dutch Nation Cup. I saw that. You were definitely part of the final as well.
Yeah,
with a third official.
Yes.
How was that, being a third official in such a prestige cup tournament? And just to you guys out there, is that Dutch Nation Cups is the road where the road to World Cup starts for the international teams. Mateo, you were in the final between the Netherlands and Italy.
Yes.
And what was it like to be the third official into a final in that tournament size?
Well, of course, just the fact of even being involved in such game is already something that makes you feel proud of yourself. So it was just the fact that I was there it made me happy, and so I just enjoyed every second, even if I had to tell the coaches to not do some things or anything, but I was just enjoying every second basically. It's again the same feeling of achieving something and then actually confirming it in that tournament, the DNC.
Because the Dutch Nation Cup is a big cup in our sport, especially for the teams preparing for either European Championship or, in this case, the World Cup that's coming up in Finland in May, I think it is.
23rd, yes.
Yeah. So, and that will also be your first international tournament as international referee, and you already first international tournament, third official in the final of a prestige tournament. That must also say something about the commitment you made for this sport. Now, obviously, I know how many hours you look into this, and how many months you look forward to see tournaments in the future. You just invited me already to a tournament in Spain in August, which I accepted, so I will be down here again. Maybe we do another episode there, who knows?
Yeah, sure.
But again, you have many hours going into the sport, which is a beautiful commitment. Do you think, not just this sport, but any sport, that referees should put a lot of hours and commitment into their work?
Well, that's something that is really a need that there's something that you have to do. That's no chance of not doing that. I mean, at least if you want to be any close to a good referee, right? So it's just hours of watching, hours of reading, hours of being actually there, and I would say also hours of being also a human, since human interactions really help if you're able to read the people by practicing.
Definitely.
It really helps becoming a good referee. But yes, definitely. If you want to be any close to someone who's committed or someone who's good, you then have to dedicate yourself to it.
Exactly. Now you talk about dedication. Can you be too dedicated for a specific sport as a referee?
I do think so, yes. And I think I've been there. And I still struggle with it a bit. And I've talked about this with a couple of people which are also really committed. And yeah, it's like in any other work or job, you have to take care of yourself, and burnout is there.
Yeah.
That's a thing, definitely. So you have to find the fine line between practicing often but not doing it too much that it becomes automatic, or you don't even like to be there anymore. Or I would say a good sign is that if you're not feeling a bit nerves before a tournament, then maybe you did too much because you stopped caring, and that's the most important thing.
So basically, do not stop caring. Do care all the time, and you can have a bad tournament, but it will not define you. It will define you is that you care about what you're doing and the passion for whatever sport you are refereeing in it. If it's Powerchair Hockey, if it's football, handball, badminton, whatever it may be, the passion needs to be there also for the referees, not just from players too. So definitely agreeing with that.
Definitely. I don't really know if you can be a good referee in a sport that you don't like. I have no clue, because that's not my case. At least I think it's always better if you like it, for sure. So
and in the start, we started speaking how you came into touch with this. Are you a referee in any other sport, or is this the only sport you are referee at?
No, that's funny actually, and I've known. Well, of course, this is a small sport, so most of the people came from another one that they already were whistling. Most of the referees in Spain were wheelchair basketball referees, or related to any other sport. And abroad it's so many floorball referees, for example, which makes sense.
Like myself.
Yeah.
Just take an example.
Yeah. So, but in my case, it was not like that. So it's funny actually that I'm here, and it's, as I always say, I love being a referee, but I love even more the sport. So I don't really see myself probably whistling any other sport. I don't really know, but I feel like that way a bit. Yeah. So it's a bit of more about my relationship with this sport in specific.
Yeah. And I have one last question for you. That if there's sitting someone out there that has a certain sport, they're thinking of starting to be a referee, what would your advice be to them? Would that be to go get that license and try it out and learn how to be a referee?
Yeah, I think so. Like going straight to it, I think so. Even though I just said that I don't really feel like a referee in general. Like I don't see myself refereeing other sports, but just Powerchair Hockey. I still feel like it's been so useful for me, and I could apply lots of the things that I learned on my life. And so if anyone is thinking about becoming a referee, I will definitely say, please go try it out, because there are lots of things that you will learn. And as we said today, you probably, if you get better at refereeing, you'll get better at life. So
yeah, we had a little referee course earlier where we said that if you get good at being a referee, you get good at life, or something like that.
Yeah, and I agree actually.
And thank you for taking the time to speak with me today, and I will appreciate you being here on the very first ever episode of my podcast. So now just for fun, could you please say the podcast name in Spanish?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, first, of course, it's a pleasure to participate in such project, and I'm really glad to support this. And also on a personal level, you are someone that I really appreciate, and I think we got along pretty well since we first met.
Definitely.
But so the name in Spanish will be Estás ciego, árbitro.
And to translate it into English, that is mean, are you blind, ref? And that's actually all we have for you today. Thank you for watching out there, and if you want to see more, please follow the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, have a great night.